Let's talk about 5 beauty tips for a first date. Number 1, if you have a pimple, put eye drops on it because that is going to get rid of the redness. Same way it gets rid of the redness in your eyes. You can just take a little Q-tip and then dab it on and it'll be all good. Number 2 is a shaving oil and body scrub combo. You can tell I'm obsessed with this. Both of these are from Tree Hut. This is the Tahitian vanilla and this is just regular vanilla. The combo of these smells so good. I just use this to shave and then I exfoliate either before or sometimes after. The way it smells is so good because it's not like headache vanilla, if you know what I mean. It's very much like fresh, light vanilla and it's just like delicious. Number 3 is the Pick Me Up Potion drink. Everybody gets nervous on their first date, and sometimes you don't want to drink before a date because it just gets nerve-wracking. You don't want to get too drunk or anything like that. Also, some people don't drink. This has 25 grams of CBD, so it's just going to calm you down without making you feel any weird type of way. It also has a bunch of vitamins, so it's just gonna like flow through your body and make you feel good. I have a ton of these, and anytime I'm getting ready for something nerve-wracking, I just crack one open, sip on it, and I just feel zen. Number 4 is gua sha. If you gua sha the night before and the day of your date, you're going to be so chiseled and snatched. This is the gua sha by, I don't know how to pronounce that. And then I oftentimes use the Neo Hippie facial oil to be as my gua sha oil. And then number 5 is a tinted moisturizer. Here's the thing. Guys like the look of like flawless, but they don't like the look of like cakey makeup. You know what I mean? So right now I'm wearing a tinted moisturizer and my skin literally looks so flawless, and in person it looks like real. And the key to that is a tinted moisturizer. So if I'm trying to go extra light, I'll just do the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and this just gives me like a nice color correction and a little bit of a glow. And then this is the iconic London Super Smoother, and this just kind of smooths out everything. So I use this if I want a little bit more coverage. I really hope these tips helped. I hope you guys have the best first date. You're gonna kill it. Mwah. Love you guys. Let's talk about 10 makeup tips to combat boyfriend air. I know we've all been there where we pull up to our boyfriend's house looking fire and then we leave looking absolutely foul. Boyfriend air just has a way of severely ruining your makeup and making you look so crusty when you leave. I've been dating my boyfriend for 6 years and I've mastered the way to combat boyfriend air. Just over time, I want to stay looking bomb. Number 1 is using face tanning drops the night before. This way you're just going to have a naturally tanned, even complexion. I really like the Tan Luxe Illuminating drops or the Isle of Paradise drops. Both are great. Number 2, the key is prepping your skin good. I use a serum, a moisturizer, and an eye cream. You don't need to do anything too crazy. This is the Neon Hippie Hyaluronic Acid, the Youth to the People Adaptogen Moisturizer, and the Kiehl's Under Eye Cream. Number 3 is double primer. This is what's going to make your makeup stick. So I like to use a hydrating primer. I love this Refi one, and I use that for all over the face. And then I like to use the Milk Makeup Power Grip Primer for my T-zone and extra gripping areas. This is just what's going to make sure that my makeup stays on the entire time. Number 4 is a skin tint. Foundation can leave your face looking cakey, and skin tints just kind of blend in with your skin, and as the day goes on, it just looks really pretty and natural and glowy rather than cakey and crusty. My go-to combo is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter Primer and the iconic London Blurring Smoothing Skin Tint. This combo is so good because you get the glow and the blur without it being full coverage at all. Like, look how amazing my skin looks from that. I feel like the key to combating boyfriend air is to just be very intentional with the products you use. At the end of the day, guys don't really like the super cakey look. Not that it matters what they like, but I know we're trying to look bomb. Being intentional with the products you use is what's really going to combat the boyfriend air. Number 5, set your under eyes and your T-zone using a puff. I like to use the Laura Mercier powder to set my under eyes. I just feel like it leaves a very smooth finish. I accidentally shattered my Kosas powder, but this is the best powder for your T-zone. It literally just gets rid of any oils, and this is the part that you really need to make sure is set because it's the part that sweats. Number 6, I set my makeup with setting spray after every step. I use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. It's just so good, and this is really just going to set your makeup in place. Number 7, you want to go heavy on the blush because blush is the first thing to exit your face. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I use a combo of 3 blushes. I use the Tarte Glow Light in the shade Sun Crush, the Nude Sticks in the shade Pink Ice. I blend this out. You can tell it's still kind of natural. And then I like to add a little bit of red in there using the Krista by Benefit blush. And I just put like a little bit at the higher points. And this just is like the natural sun-kissed, I got like a little burnt type of look. Number 8, you want to draw the attention to your eyes. At the end of the day, your eyes are like one of your most sexiest features. And if you just really highlight and accentuate them, it can draw all the attention there. I always use the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, and depending on how dramatic I want to go, I just like base it off that. The darker you want to go, just add a little bit more of the darker brown shades into your outer V, and it'll just come together. The ultimate key though to bringing attention to your eyes is through black waterline liner. It is so sexy. I'm gonna do this side and show you the difference. Look at the difference of this. Oh my god, I can't even. Number 9 is a waterproof mascara. This is just like enough said. You obviously need to use a waterproof mascara because a regular one is just gonna come right off. I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise waterproof mascara. And number 10 is using a lip stain instead of lip gloss because this is gonna last way longer. This is the Revlon lip stain in the shade Endless Spice. I honestly just pile up on it and it leaves such a good like natural shade too. And this is the final makeup look that combated boyfriend air. Love you guys. Let's talk about quality time and what to do if your partner lacks giving you quality time. Quality time is when both partners are fulfilled by the intentional time spent between one another. A lot of people's love language is quality time, so they feel most loved and appreciated when they're spending quality time with their partner. If you're sitting in bed watching TV for 2 hours, or you're sitting in his bed and he's playing video games, you may not necessarily be fulfilled by the time spent with him. He may feel like you guys just spent the past few hours together, but you're feeling like you didn't even get to see him. You want the time to be engaging and intentional with your partner. From experience, I feel like men often get really comfortable in relationships and then think it's okay to just kind of spend time like this, whereas women, they thrive off of romance and gestures and quality time. The thing is, most people who relate to this video probably have brought this up to their partner a million times. And their partner has probably just brushed it off saying, we always spend time together. Like, what are you saying? Also, this is Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the shade 4.5. Best shade match for me. Okay, so what do we do? Here's the thing. Guys are very action and behavior based. Sadly, they honestly don't even listen to like half the things you say because it just goes in one ear, out the other. Also, this is the NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. Best concealer ever. So here's what worked for me. I honestly just stopped saying yes to casual hangouts. If he invites you over to just hang out and like sit in his bed, just say no. If you want to make it clear why you're not hanging out with him, you can ask him what you guys are gonna do when you do hang out. And if he says, oh, just chill, then you can be like, no. Also, this is Nude Sticks in shade Tan Glow, and it's the perfect, like, natural glow. So after a while, he's gonna start to get the hint, and you're only gonna say yes to quality time dates. He asks you to go to dinner. Hell yeah, let's go to dinner. Here's the thing. I'm sure he really does love you, so the second he actually starts to realize that the only way he's hanging out with you is if he starts making quality time, he's gonna start to act on that. Guys just need to be shown like how they need to behave, and then they'll start like forming into check. Guys only act like this because they just get comfortable and they don't realize that they need to continue to make an effort. It doesn't mean they don't care. It just means that they're lazy and they're comfortable with what they got. So you need to show them what your standards are. Also, this is the iconic London Drops in the shade Original, and it's the most natural, stunning glow ever. If you do all this and he doesn't change, then at that point, you guys are literally just gonna break up because you're not even gonna hang out. When are you gonna see each other? I'm gonna wrap up the eyes and lips off camera. And this is the final makeup look. Talk about 4 relationship psychology tips that I've learned from being in a 6-year relationship as I do my skincare. Number 1, men and women are wired completely differently. Women tend to be more emotional, and a lot of times men don't understand that. So when women come to men emotionally with an issue, a lot of times the man just dismisses the issue because he just doesn't think it's important. This is often what ends up leading to a breakup when a woman just gets fed up with it because the man doesn't understand. Number 2, everyone handles and approaches conflict differently. Typically, people handle conflict the way they were raised. So if they were raised in an aggressive household, they might tend to hash things out by yelling and fighting. It's so important to work on understanding how your partner handles and approaches situations, because once you start to understand and master that, then you're going to just get a way better grip on your relationship. Number 3, relationships tend to work better if the man likes the woman a little bit more. Psychologically, women feel like men have more power oftentimes in relationships, so it has just a level of security if the woman has more power than the man. They know that they're in control of the relationship, and if anybody's going to break up with anyone, it's going to be her. Number 4, a lot of couples give up when they go through a rough patch, but if you just stick it out and work on it, the grass could be so much greener on the other side. Let me know if you guys want part 2.